Capricorn, welcome to your July 2024 message of the month ahead. For those of you who are new to me, hi, my name is Kelly Lunt. I'm Intuitive Channel. I love channeling spirit and source for you. I love playing with tarot cards, and I love all things psychology. If you would like a personal reading, the link for that is down below to book. If you'd like to come hang out live for free, just to get high vibe and get a free mini read, I go live every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on my Instagram and my Facebook. The links for all of that is down below as well. So without further ado, Capricorn, woo-wee Capricorn. So your soul love lesson this month is the Six of Air crossed by the Ten of Water. So you're out of the thick of the muck. You're out of the yuck. Okay, so whatever the previous chapter of your life, it very likely wasn't fun in your love life or your family life, just like your personal life, your love, the companionship. So yes, the lover, the romantic lover, family, like anything to do with companionship and friendship, it just didn't feel good in your life. And so that's funny. This actually isn't a soul level lesson for you. This is more a message of reassurance, which that's interesting, Capricorn. There's normally always a big lesson you're learning. And my spirit guides are saying, don't worry, that's going to come in later. So it's, don't worry, the thick of the storm is behind you. You are starting the new chapter, and the new chapter is going to have much more emphasis on like love in your life, love, support, receiving support from people, being your softest, most loving, encouraging side. And it's, however you do move forward, it is about prioritizing that love and connection first. But I'm so happy to hear that you guys are out of the thick of the yuck. In terms of what's going on the human level lesson of this, yeah, you are flat out just ready to leave the past in the past. It definitely looks like whatever does it happen in the past that kind of made you take a dip in life, you've done as much cleanup work as you can about it. I know some people like to go and do inner child work, like, no, this must not be going well because of an inner child. And then you clean up an inner child, but then the relationship with that person still sucks, you know? Or you just make positive focus lists about that person. And like you did it to the point of exhaustion, burnout, fatigue, and you're just like, okay, I'm never going to be satisfied with how that panned out. I'm never going to be satisfied with how that played out. I don't like how it turned out. And it's like you've hit not peace, not reconciliation, but it's like you've just hit this acceptance of it's time to like not open that door anymore because I know that there's a fire breathing dragon behind that door. And though I will never be satisfied with like not putting effort to make that relationship better, I'm too exhausted. I can't, you know? So you're just tired of trying to make it work with people. And yeah, it's just this full acceptance that like it's got to be good. It's got to be compatible. If there's something about me they don't like, there's 9 other things about me that far outweigh it for them to look at that one thing and go, that's cute, instead of like trying to make it in situations where it's just not compatible. It does look like this was very soul heavy on you and very tiring and just like drained your energy for how much you were trying to focus there to make it better, to make them like you, to make them love you, to be lovable for them, to just try to relate to them. And you're just like, all right, forget it. I gotta go explore somewhere new. Yeah. In terms of the recent past that's helping with this, well, it looks like you got the High Priestess card. So it definitely looks like you've upped your spiritual game. So that might look like you've been meditating more, maybe even doing breath work, maybe even doing like mudras, maybe even doing yoga. You've definitely started putting an emphasis on, I don't want to say spirituality or spiritual growth, because for some of you, this was just more about, I have to tap back into my connection with my inner being, my higher self, my guidance. And I have to start living in a way where I prioritize like my mental happiness and my mental well-being. So some of you may have just started meditating without necessarily like starting a spiritual business or trying to channel spirit guides. Of course, there will be some of you who are like, yeah, let's do the spiritual growth thing. But no matter what, like you just went through a I have to start meditating again. I have to start breathing. I have to start doing my affirmations, my saging. Like you're returning back to the core of like who the things that made you you. And so this might not mean ultra spiritual things. This might also mean why did I stop getting my nails done and wearing dresses? Oh, because I was trying to be relatable to that group and be their friend. But you know, I can't not be me. I do like being the girl who does makeup, braids her hair, gets my nails done. So it's just like that re-embracing of like who you are and how you like to live life. It definitely looks like in the now moment, there's a little bit of you, you just want things to feel fair, harmony. I'm not even going to say win-win in your relationships because that's like the ideal you want to strive for, but you're like, it's just got to feel peaceful, harmony, and fair. So it's like you're not even going to look for that Prince Charming to come and sweep you off your feet and take you out on a million dates. It's like when we hang out, do we vibe? Do we have good conversation? Do we just like being in each other's company? It's like you're really ready to like simplify to the core of what's important without needing all that like razzle dazzle fun stuff. Like that will come in time. But you're like, I just need fair treatment and I need someone who loves the way I love and I need someone who loves me the way I need to be loved. So it feels fair, equal, and balanced. There might be a little part of you though, Capricorn. Overall, that's a good card, but there's a little part of you that's also like remnants of hypervigilance. You're not being hypervigilant again, but there's a little part that's in your head with the wait, am I overgiving? Hold on, am I letting them lead enough? Am I doing too much? Like, do I need to sit back? So there's just a little bit of you that's in your head there. And it looks like when I pulled the clarifying card, it was the Queen of Fire card, and it's kind of because like you're really ready to start the new chapter of your life and you really want success in it. You want that feel good accomplishment and success in this next chapter of your life. And you just know how generous you could be. So there's still part of you that's worried that like when I get that crazy successful again, am I gonna like overgive and like throw off the balance and be so focused on like crushing it at work, making all this money, and then sharing it that I'm not even realizing that they're not giving back. So there's just a little part of you that's like overthinking. Capricorn wouldn't do that, would they? In terms of going into the near future, hmm, it looks like you're just going to get some information that you don't like. Mm, not that you don't like. You're going to get some information that doesn't feel good, that doesn't sound good. It's not going to be as bad as you think it is or as bad as you take it. Wow, no, well, come on, Spirit, can you give us a little bit more of what it's about? A little bit more? They're not giving any clue if it's your love life, your business, your work life, a friend. No clue about what area of your life. There's information that's going to come in that doesn't like feel good, maybe delivered without tact. And it's definitely going to cause you, even though it doesn't feel good, it's something that you need because it's going to make you not rethink. It's going to make you completely like change how you live life. And it's going to help you ultimately like soften into a grounded presence in your body and to be able to enjoy life. It's I want to try to give you an analogy. It's almost like, you know, when you observe someone and their problem is of their own creation, they're like, oh, there's just like no good men in the world. But when you listen to your friend, you're like, actually, you're the one running all these guys off, and I could tell you why. Right? That doesn't feel good. It's delivered without tact, but it's not that it's delivered without tact because sometimes, guys, there is some news that it will never feel good how it's delivered. So sometimes the nicest kind of thing someone do is to be like, hey, you're the reason why. It's not the men. There's no good men. It's you're the reason, and here's what you're doing that's scaring them off. That doesn't feel good, right? But it ultimately leads you to like, oh wow, like I've got to change because you got the death card and the wheel card here. So the death card indicates that it is going to be like kind of a full circle change where you just like embrace that new identity that you have to be. With the wheel card being there, it's an active choice that you're going to make. You're like, I do want to change. I do want to be that person. So like, another good example could be no one will hire me. I'm sending out thousands of resumes, and your friend looks you in the face and goes, right, but when you get on interviews, you show up like a slob. You show up with stains on your shirts. Buy a suit. Don't drink the night before. And like that feels like a slap to the face, right? It's like, oh my God, I needed that. And then you have that epiphany, that death epiphany moment where you're like, oh my God, I want to be productive again. Oh my God, I want to be punctual. I want to be conscientious. I want to get stuff done. And that's why it's an active choice. You're like, oh, I have to change my habits and my routines. And I can tell you that the Nine of Water is in there too. So that means that it's gonna help you just like soften into the enjoyment of life. Okay, in terms of your personal power this month, have some fun, have some pleasure. The Devil card came out, so it is kind of like stereotyped in the tarot community that is the sex card. But it's definitely embrace like physical pleasure. So that could mean a massage, guys. That could mean maybe dry brushing your skin. That could mean maybe getting a good moisturizer for your skin. Just there's just a need to embrace physical pleasure. And there's also a message coming in here too for the Capricorns that are like working out and like want to get a better body. Um, However you approach how you're working out, it's got to not be I'm doing this to lose weight. I need to work my body hard so that it will then lose weight. It's got to be I'm building an active style, and these are the activities that I like. So I'm doing this because I like how strong it makes my back feel. I'm doing this because I feel like a badass with how heavy I live. I'm doing this cardio exercise because it's the most enjoyable cardio exercise that I can do. And I like that I could throw a podcast on and just listen while I'm doing it. So there's got to be an embracing of like physical pleasure. So it's twofold for you. There is the physical pleasure side of things that they're telling you to embrace. Like, being hugged and kissed it makes you feel more alive. It makes life worth living more. But there is however it is you're approaching like working out, make sure it's an enjoyable one. Okay, in terms of outside influences, huh, outside influences is all three cards are the same, just from different angles. Outside influences are whoever it is you're hanging out with and kicking it with. They're, how do I say it? They're really wanting to make sure that it's done right, that it's done good, that it's done well and balanced for all involved. They like don't want to like rush in and make a hasty decision like, yeah, let's be together, it will work out. They want to be like, whoa, 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 let's keep hanging out. Let's keep this pace and cadence we got going out, because they just want to make sure that they're like entering into it for the right reasons and not just because I've been single for a long time or not just because I haven't kissed in a while and they were the first person to kiss me. They actually want to make sure that it just has a good solid foundation and that it's entered for the right reasons from both sides. And it does kind of look like your over eagerness is I don't say scaring them. It's not like scaring them away, but it's scaring them to think like, hold on, why are they that excited? Let's make sure everyone's motives are for the right reasons why we're entering this. Yeah, because they like you. They want to spend time with you and be with you. But there's a little part of them that's like, I don't want to invest too much money in this because I don't want like money to be the reason why they like me. And yeah, man, it looks like in this person's past, they just entered some relationships a little quickly and they kind of went all in and they're like, I don't want to make that hasty rush decision again. Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears for this month, oh, interesting. There's a little part of you that's going to think that maybe I want too much And the message is you don't want too much. It's just the other person needs to get used to your communication style and just how like positively affirming you are. Um, the person who gives one compliment a year, people are like, "Oh my god, he gave me a compliment. That means a lot." But the person who's every day, "Oh my god, thank you for coming over. It was so great hanging out with you." At first they'll be like, "Dude, why does she keep saying that? How can she like me that much already?" And then they're going to realize like, "Oh, this person is just a very grateful person. This person is just a very happy person." And okay, oh, but they do give me more compliments than other people and other guys. Um, so what you want, like, know that it's worth it. And this is for like love and money. Because there's a little part of you too that's a little worried about like business and money. Like, I don't want to shoot too hard. I don't want to. But the recent business idea that you got for like a business model, it's a good one. Keep believing in that one and go, show me how, universe. Show me the actions that I need to take. Show me the meditations I need to do. Show me the vibrations I need to incorporate within me to make that a reality. And because this recent business idea that you got does seem really simple, and it's kind of made you a little giddy, like a wait, can it be that good? Hold on, am I reaching too high? Just embrace it and just enjoy it. Okay, in terms of your outcome for this month ahead, it's going to be a month where the pace picks up. You got the Eight of Fire. The pace picks up. Delays are over. So you're out of resistance. You're in alignment. You're in the flow. And there's going to be multiple areas of your life that are going to be in the flow. I'm picking up 3 areas. So definitely love is going to be in the flow, but the other person is just really going to make sure it's done right. So I wouldn't say it's ultra flow, right? Because that person's going to have their, all right, fine, let me just relax and go with it. Business is going to be flowing for you. And there's another area. I almost want to say it's the fitness area, like your fitness and physical health area of your life. But you're just going to hit like a cadence and a rhythm with it. It's really almost Capricorn as if you're going to like make a decision and line up with it. Like, okay, I am focusing on XYZ in my life right now. And because of that focus, you're narrowing down how many people you hang out with, how many things you do. So these 3 are really going to start like flowing. Um, Overall, good month for you, Capricorn. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. I love it when you guys engage. If you'd like a personal reading, you can book one in the description down below. If you'd like to just come hang out live, get a high vibe, and get a free mini reading from Spirit, the link for my Instagram and my Facebook is in the description below. I go live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Have a good month, guys.